Hey, welcome back to my loyal followers out there. And if you're just stumbling across me right now, and hey, welcome to you too. I'm glad to have you here. Today, I'm going to be doing something that, one of those things that kind of takes me off when I get a bad one. And that's an iced latte. So stick around. I'm going to show you how to do it and how to do it right. So you got to stick around for this. We'll be back. Okay, it's getting to be that season, and latte season, iced latte season. And yes, for all you Italian purists out there that say, you know, espresso is not meant to be mixed cold and with other flavors and stuff like that, you know what? Bah humbug, because you're wrong. All right, it can be mixed. In fact, some of you are kind of hypocrites because, you know, you go out in the evening and you're getting a cafe corretto, you know, an espresso shot with some Sambuca or some Mano, so you're mixing things up. So, you know, chill out a little bit. Try this if you haven't. Don't stay closed. Open your boundaries up there a little bit and live on the edge. So, iced lattes, most often than not, you know, when I order them, they get them wrong because they're dumping hot coffee over some ice and they're not mixing it right, and it just one of those things that just irritate me. So I pop in your coffee shop and you don't see me back in a while because I had a nice latte and it just wasn't that good. It's kind of my little, you know, sorry, you got it wrong. Anyways, what's the most important thing about making these is that you start with cold espresso. When I first had my shop, one of the first things you do in the morning is you warm up your machine, you pull a couple of shots, make sure everything's running right, you're calibrating. And at that point in time, I'll throw the first shot away, but every shot after that I'm using to hone in my machine, I'm saving those. And then I'll add on to that, I'll probably add about another, I don't know, 15 to 20 shots of espresso, and I'll keep that in my fridge, because if you're adding hot espresso to ice, you're diluting the espresso. You're diluting the coffee flavor. I don't drink lattes just for the pure flavor of whatever I'm putting in there. I want to still taste that coffee. So please, if you're making iced lattes out there, listen up. Follow along here. All right, first things first. I have some espresso that I brewed this morning that I put in the refrigerator. I've got a double shot here. I am using mixing cups. Yes, if you're mixing coffee at your coffee shop, you're like a bartender. So let's do it right? So what I'm going to first do is take my espresso, and in this case, I like caramel lattes. And you could just add sugar to this if you just want the coffee flavor, but I like a little caramel in mine, a little caramel cinnamon. So I have my 2 shots in here. I'm going to put about an ounce to ounce and a half of caramel syrup into the actually caramel sauce. Big difference between sauce and syrup. Then I'm going to mix this. I want to make sure that this is nicely and completely mixed. This is where some people get it wrong. They throw the caramel or whatever, the chocolate, into the bottom of the cup. They throw some coffee over it, over ice, and give it a little stir, and they think that's it. Wrong answer. All right, nicely mixed. And then what I do is I go ahead and I have my other vessel here, which is full of ice right now, and I pour that over. There we go. Now goes the milk. And I've got about 12 ounces of milk in there. I'm going to be making a 16 to 20 ounce iced latte. Now, here we go. This is what you got to be doing. Let's get this mixed up. Back and forth. Nice and mixed. And we're actually emulsifying as well. So we're going to have a nice foam on there. It's a nice mouthfeel. I'm doing this for 2 reasons. Number one, to get that nice mouthfeel, get a little bit of emulsification going, but I'm also trying to get it nice and cold, ice cold. Anything pisses me off more is ordering an iced latte, getting out and sipping it, and it's warm. it's an iced latte. It needs to be iced. There we go. That's pretty much it. That right there. And you can feel when it's ice cold. That's why I use these metal mixing cups. So you can feel just how cold it is. If it feels cold to the touch, it's cold. It's iced. Okay, that ice isn't breaking down. It's not melting because we put cold ingredients in it. Into the cup it goes. Now I could have went all fancy and put some caramel swirls along the inside of the cup. I could have done that. I didn't. I wasn't thinking. But some people just like it like that. They don't want whipped cream on it. Fine. If you don't like whipped cream, sometimes I don't do it. But finish it off. We're making a drink. Okay? So garnish it a little bit. I had some leftover whipped cream that I used for something else earlier. And so I'm going to go ahead and use that fresh whipped cream on top of this. And everything in cooking and the mixology, what have you, it's all about presentation. People buy with their eyes. You make it look beautiful, they're going to buy it. If you made it correctly, not only does it look beautiful, it tastes outstanding, and they're going to be a return customer. Guarantee it. They'll snag those other customers that are going to those other places. You know who I'm talking about. Now normally I would go in with my squirt cream there, but since I had the fresh stuff, I'll put a nice little dollop on there. Make it look pretty. Don't overdo it. People aren't in it for the cream. Maybe some are. Give it a nice little dusting of caramel on the top. Finish it off with a little sprinkle of cinnamon here. You could even put a little coffee bean on top. I've done that before. And there you go. A nice, freshly prepared, perfectly prepared iced latte for the summer. Here we go. Let's give this a try. I'm going to get all stuff. I'm going to get stuff all over my face here. I wish I had a straw. Should have thought about that. All right, this is going to be ugly. Wow. That's what I'm talking about. I'm still tasting coffee. I didn't skimp on the coffee. I didn't overdo it on the caramel. And that is what it should taste like. And hey, listen, you coffee shop owners, there's good profits in these. So don't skimp on the coffee, and don't dilute it down, pouring hot coffee over ice. It's an easy thing to do. Come on. Hey, you saw how easy it is to make these? So you've seen my other videos where I was making espresso out with my Neo and my Calphalon. If you haven't seen them, go and watch them. I'll put the one of the links in there at the end. And have yourself a coffee latte or iced latte palooza out there this summer. You can, if you have this stuff, you can make them at home. There you go. You saw how easy it is to make. Do it. Get out there and make these. And if you people that are owning your own shops out there, little cafes, please, I beg you, mix it right. I'll be back. Anyways, hey, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, most importantly, share. Right over there, go ahead and hit, you see the donuts? There's a video out there on those too, air fryer donuts. Anyways, hit the logo, makes it much easier to subscribe. So until next time, thanks, and we'll see ya.